One of the longest bits of filler, I'd say, ever done.
I wouldn't call it a filler. You'd call it a filler. I'd call it a podcast. And that was a hella entertaining podcast, to be fair. But yeah, ladies and gents, we are on Mirage already. Havu versus Gamerlegion. Gamerlegion starting on the CT side. And a bit of a everyone go B, guys. I'm going to plant A here for the Havu boys. That's interesting. Bombs and Palace.
The good old fake will go B, and then I'll sneak out Palace. But the kills are coming in. Acore and Shuey have put a stop to the initial push. Shuey hasn't been cleared out of the balcony position. X7 is going to be able to get 2 in return, but he's the only player left as the bomb was dropped over towards Palace. And, well, they're all swarming X7 here. Well, they were thinking about it, but they decide, you know what, we're just going to play this one a little bit safe. We know that the bomb is dropped, and X7 has to go and make a move for it, making a lot of noise jumping out middle, and Imma just hiding behind the boxes. Nobody is going to be expecting that, not in a million years. So
you can see them even having a laugh about it, right? They weren't ready for a pistol round like that. They've just realized that they had to deal with a 4-man rush towards the B bomb side, and the bomb tried to make its way on the A bomb side from Palace. That's the OG faces strat, you know, for Mirage. Yeah, good vibes on Gamerlegion, picking up that pistol round victory. Having a bit of a talk about it. No bomb plan means that there's probably going to be just the eco in the second round for the side of Havu. And, well, there's going to be one hero AK dropped over to Zen. You know, he's been the best player on the team, so having trust in him.
Having the trust in him to maybe pry open an entry here, but it is going to be pretty difficult to do so. The run boost is just going to be a distraction here. Somebody is towards the window, but nobody rears their head just yet. But the Gamerlegion have decided that they do want to fight here, and Imma is going to take down the first, Acore with the second and the third, and this has not gone to plan at all for that hero rifle as Gamerlegion looks to shut it down without any real problem at all, and it is going to be a clean second round for the Gamerlegion boys.
Yeah, great stuff. Building up the economy as well. Losing only 3 players in the first 2 rounds, that's going to be great. You know, you can see money starting to build up. Obviously, no way to BP just yet, but Acore, even if they lose this round, he's going to have enough to bring it up in the next round as we get into the first buy for Havu on the T side. X7, still the only person on the T to actually pick up a kill in the first couple rounds. Let's see what they go for in the first buy. Now, Gamerlegion, they are a team that loves their first round buy round aggression, especially on a map like Mirage, and it's just going to be the default for now. They were thinking about going for something towards middle, and Kills is actually going to pick up the opening onto Dodo. Shuey goes for the fight towards short. Another one in the back. He's going to fall down, and this is a complete shutdown.
Exactly what you want, really, from a first gun round from Gamerlegion. Not if you're a Havu fan, though, not at all. Zen is going to try and breathe a little bit of life back into the round, but it's looking like this one is very, very out of the question, and Kios makes sure of it with that final kill. Havu do not really get a chance to play out that round at all. Gamerlegion very, very quick to act in round number 3. And as we jump into round 4, once again, Havu's money isn't going to be in a great situation at all once again. Maybe a few deagles is going to be about the height of it. I don't think there is going to be enough to warrant the hero rifle. So it is just a few pieces of utility that are very, very sparse, and the upgraded pistols that are going to go fast towards connector. Ariel was thinking about it, but Acore is going to get the better of him over the top of that smoke. Needs to still be a little bit cautious. There are 3 more players ready and waiting. The bomb outside the ramp is going to be trying to make its way out as the distraction comes in up connector. But Havu are kind of trapped for the minute, and Gamerlegion still have a very tight grip on this round.
Yeah, it's pretty similar to the previous round as well. It's just Gamerlegion holding on. I'm actually surprised that they're willing to fight for middle right now. You can see that they really feel like they want to pick up those 1v1s there, and X7 is going to be able to get one on the Deagle, but it should be a pretty straightforward round. X7 actually gets away with a bomb plan out of this one. That's going to be successful, but oh, never mind. Acore is just going to spam him through the box. That's a 4-0 lead, a perfect start. Not losing a single member in the previous... Well, they lost 2 in the end to Zen, but you know, in terms of how competitive the round was, the previous round was pretty much won by the point where Zen is left in a 1 versus 5, losing only one member here. Money's looking fantastic. Acor doesn't feel like there is a reason to bring up the AWP yet. He's gonna stick to the M4, but we're gonna see the open Spargo.
Be interesting to see what he can do. Again, it's a fast play here from Havu out towards middle. They want to get close towards connector and continue to fight for mid, try and get control of Con if they can. And well, it is going to be Doto to push up close. Shuey looking to win this fight with X7. He gets up on the ladder and tries to get away just for the moment. X7 still yet to find him, and Acor to draw first blood. Actually through that smoke on the fadeaway, takes down Zen. Now, Shuey deploys the smoke just to create a little bit of space here. He might want to get out a ladder, and he is going to use that smoke to do so. Doto is still a massive threat in the round, and they need to try and clear him out of this position. Acor has the flash ready if they want to go for it, but Emma just walks towards there, not expecting Doto at all, and that's going to give away that man advantage.
Yeah, doesn't spot him, doesn't go for the flash, and now this is dangerous. But look at Kios, he's towards ramp. The bomb is headed towards his direction. If he drops the bomb there, this is the round done.
Aerial peeks out, Acor is going to be dropped, smoke goes over, and now Kios knows that there is a player walking in, but it is going to be Sparkle the AWP. Kios gets the better of him, but the kills keep going the way of Havu. They just need to get their hands back on the bomb. Isaac's going to rotate into position. They're waiting for the CT player. Aerial, although he knew what was going to happen, didn't get his gun up in time not to find that kill, but Doto will be able to do what his teammate could not. Two players now going to try and retake together this bomb. Kio's in an elevated position, finds the first, won't get the second. Doto is going to shut him down, and it is going to be Havu's first round on the board, despite a massive scare there with the bomb.
And that was a good round for Gamerlegion in terms of the idea, right? I mean, you get the initial kill thanks to Acor, you aggress towards ramp, you kind of let them have middle, but you don't really give them anything to work with. But then they just start picking up all the kills. Imma, if he calls for the flash there, he probably gets that kill into connector, and they have a 5 versus 3. That's a complete shutdown. But he didn't spot the Havu player there, so he kind of canceled the play, goes down, and from that point on, even though Kios picks up a double, he's just left all alone there. A really problematic one. Tough to recover from, but still a lot of damage done. Only one player surviving for Havu means that the money on the T side is not going to be great, and they're going to start to switch it up in this round. Isaac, he's all alone towards B. They need to run a support for him fast.
Yeah, he really needs to delay his death here or just survive. Needs to get at least one, but unable to do so. X7 swings in with the Galil to take him down, and now in a 4v5, you're pretty much shut out of this bomb site and shut out of the round completely. It's the correct decision to go for the save here. You don't really have too many opportunities unless they wildly present themselves to you. But Havu will do no such thing. They'll want to keep their money as high as possible as well. So after the initial kill, the round's done. Havu do have that second.
Yeah, it's just a shutdown. You could tell that Gamerlegion expected another mid to A play or something in the likes, right? They kind of trusted that Isaac wouldn't crumble early on, but it was a pretty straight up round for Havu, and that's not normally what a T-side team would go for after they pick up one round that's extremely close, right? Because if this one doesn't work out, your money is kind of in the bin. So you probably expect Havu to play it a little bit slower, try and set up Spargo for a couple peaks, and, you know, play the default game once again that they've been trying to do towards middle so many times. But apparently just winning one round was the conditioning that Havu needed, and now you can start to switch it up. That was a good shutdown call, as we love to call them, in terms of the economy of Gamerlegion. There still is enough money, but it's some of those rounds that you don't really expect, and well, you're pretty much locked in after the first 15 seconds of the round. They still go to get, or they get to go again. Acor with an AWP, haven't really seen him in action just yet. Spargo off the mark just slightly, but back to the defaults we go. And Doto, he's going to be real quick towards connector.
Very, very fast getting into this position, and Shui might not be aware. He picked up the first kill towards Palace, but Doto trades it right back. Emma is on hand to get it back into a fair fight, though, into a 3 versus 3. Emma does burn a little bit as now the play comes in towards this B site where 2 players are going to be defending. Isaac finds the first. That's the player with the bomb. Acor misses on the first opportunity, but Isaac is still shooting and firing on all cylinders as he tries to back away a little bit to safety. The third player is rotated in. He will not be needed as Acor takes down X7 and Gamerlegion get back to winning ways. 5-2 now. Havu have enough money in the bank for at least another decent buy. They can get Spargo out on the big green as well to maybe challenge Acor in this round. Still yet to register a kill, but it is very, very early days for the Finnish Opera.
Yeah, that was some great comms, by the way. Emma picking up that final kill and sharing with his teammates that, you know, nothing else is actually happening towards A or middle, so they can hold on to their B setup. And Havu are never ready for 2 CTs there. And once again, Spargo this time around is going to be quick towards middle. AWP trying to find an opening. Smoke towards Topcon doesn't really allow him to go for that peak. Nobody inside of the connector. Every single round so far, every single buy round, bar that B pop that we had from Havu, has started with some quick presence towards middle. But it feels like Gamerlegion don't really intend to challenge that early on, right? They're quite happy with just playing a little bit lean back, a little bit more relaxed, just going for some mid-round aggression, getting a kill, and then falling back. But this time around, it's not going to work out. It's actually X7 to pick up that opening. And now with Emma going down, they can regroup and go towards the A bomb side. And it's pretty much the same story that we had towards B a couple rounds ago, but this time it's kills all alone. Acor, he needs to be really quick on that rotation.
Oh, Kias is going to be caught in no man's land here if the Opera checks him, but he might go unchecked here, and Kios is going to get away with 1 and a second. There's the bomb dropped once again, and Kios is going to continue to push in. Spots out Aerial, shoots a shot at him, peeks out, but flies a little bit too close to the sun and is going to get punished. Wings clipped, and round still on here for Havu. The bomb has been recovered. Smoke towards Palace now as Zen, if he was unknown to Gamerlegion, now he's very known after shooting that bullet away. But Gamerlegion, they have all their eggs in that A basket, but the B basket completely empty, and Havu have enough time to get over and get the bomb down. There is a little bit of utility for maybe Gamerlegion to use. Now they're realizing the problem that they've made or found themselves in. Bomb will go down. Chewy in position and waiting for his teammates to rotate in.
Oh, and he's going to get overwhelmed. X7 and Zen, they pick up a double. And now it's just Acor 1 versus 3 with the AWP. Bomb down already. He needs to back off. He needs to try and save it. Do they allow him to go for it? I mean, X7's thinking about going for the peak, but he might catch favorable timing, and there's going to be Acor going down. Not only they get the round, but nobody's saving up from Gamerlegion as well. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. And you got to feel like that was supposed to be a Gamerlegion round, right? That's why they follow up with a tactical timeout. I mean, Kills has been spectacular with those aggressive plays towards the ramp. We spoke about him a lot before the start of this game. Obviously, we had the time to do so, but he ended on the 0.89 rating at the major, which for his standards, it was kind of low, right? He's normally one of the higher rated players on this lineup. I believe he's standing on 1.03 last 3 months, but that's simply because of, you know, the RMRs and the majors and whatnot. But before that, he was one of the heavy hitters on that side. And to see him have such a good start to a game like that is good. But losing rounds like that is not all right for Gamerlegion. They know that they need to convert those, especially on the CT side. But Havu, they've been so good at doing some damage later on. And we actually saw glimpses of that in some of the rounds from Zen when he was left, you know, in that 1 versus 5, managed to pick up a couple kills. But when it's a little bit more doable, when you have the, well, at least a 3 versus 5 or at least a 3 versus 4, Havu's conversion rate in those man disadvantage situations has actually been decent.
It has been decent, but of course, you'd have to be a wild man to say that they're a favorite in that scenario at all, or in any man disadvantage. Now, towards A, Havu, I'm going to try out an attack once again. He has taken a lot of damage initially. Shuey might go unchecked in this position as the hit is still coming in, but Zen still yet to make his way out of Palace, and Kios looking to try and find that first kill, and he has done so. Dropped the bomb once again. Gamerlegion now can rotate over accordingly. They've left the B bomb site. There's a late lurk coming in towards middle that they're going to need to be a little bit cautious about. Aerial needs to clear out this spot, not going to be able to do so. Shuey finds that kill, deploys a smoke, creates a lot of space for himself, and Kios is going to help him out as well. Spargo with that AWP trying to add a few more kills to his tally, looking for Shuey, but the smoke makes it very difficult, and Shuey's done a really good job of playing around that one. It leaves X7, the late lurker, all on his own, a 1 versus 4. And once he finds that kill, his position is going to be given away. Acor should take him down without any real issue at all. That's a very strong round from Gamerlegion. And Havu, we're just not ready for that nasty little surprise of Shuey hiding behind the box.
Yeah, that was a great bait, right? Because it was kills the player to make first contact, and he's normally the A lurker. So when you, or the A anchor. So when you see him make first contact from the back of triple with an M4, you're gonna start thinking that there was some aggression maybe towards middle or the B bomb side, and they're just playing A on retake. And it was quite the other way around, and that's all because Havu didn't really have any presence towards the other parts of the map. But take a look at that; they're gonna switch up the pace completely. Not only they go for the force, but they're gonna put up the pace towards A.
Aerial looking around that smoke, trying to find Kios. Eventually he is going to be found and overwhelmed by X7. He's just going to go running and jumping with that Mac 10, but Emma finds a second and backs away, only on 5 HP. Bomb has been picked up. Acor has seen that, and he's unable to do anything about it. Bomb should be planted here by Spargo. Well, Acor now is just waiting for Emma to get into position, but he's being walked on right now by Aerial, so he needs to be a little bit cautious about this. Knows that the bomb is planted, and they have a rough idea that Aerial was towards CT, but I don't know if they're expecting Aerial in this jungle position at all. And well, Acor's going to be taken down. It's all left up to Emma, and he is just going to walk in. Now, if he finds this kill, it's not bad for him. He's just going to stick it here. Aerial, he has to run. He has to get close. This is going to be very, very close indeed. Aerial through the smoke. Emma's going to take him off it. And there's enough time as well. Beautifully played there from Emma. And it is the 7th round on the board for Gamerlegion. How has Emma managed to pull that one off?
That was so close as well on the defuse. This is so ballsy from him. Like, he felt like he wouldn't have had it. And I think he still has the defuse. He just heard him making noise. And you know, as soon as he gets off the bomb, it surely is hella stressful because he spots the smoke. He realizes that arrow isn't actually that near. And he could have stuck it. He needs to get fortunate on the spam through the smoke, but still manages to get a kill. What a massive round to pick up from Emma. At least the money and the bomb plant is going to enable Havu to go for another buy, but the economies of both teams are really shaky right now.
Yeah, 1 loss and your money pretty much in the bin for both teams. So difficult to really look at this one in the position that it is now and call a winner, because all it really takes is 1 round and Gamerlegion's economy is completely broken and Havu are back into it, and it looks like they might have found their way back into this one. Kios is going to be forced out of position because of that Molotov. The next 7 is going to be ready to take him down. It's a 4v2. Shuey rotates in towards CT. His teammate Isaac is very far away for the moment. Shuey looks to find at least 1, and he is going to give away his position now with that kill, but gets it into a little bit more of a doable spot. Though he's going to be able to try and stick that plan. Shuey looks for a little bit more, and he is going to find it now on 15 HP. Has to be a little bit more cautious now about the way that he does go for this one. Isaac walks up connector. Doto deals with him nicely, and that might seal the round. Shuey will play no further part in this one. Backs away silently. Havu do get onto 4. And now the money situation is definitely an issue for Gamerlegion, one that we have to talk about.
Yeah, that was a 2 versus 5 as well, by the way. So it comes really close to the wire, but you know, Shuey kind of has to go and save. You pointed out money's not really there for Gamerlegion for the next round, so they might have to go for a little bit of save. Minimal loss bonus might actually make them go for another reinvestment. We're gonna stay on the force by roller coaster for just a little bit longer, but a tactical timeout for Havu, which is, you know, an approach that I like under those circumstances. I feel like we've seen that quite a lot from, you know, I'd say more experienced teams in, well, more conservative in the way that they're calling. You know, this is a bit of an old school thingy when you're not necessarily unhappy with how things are going for you, even though, you know, it's been a really close. You're still losing, but you pick up a couple rounds, you know it's reset potential, and this could make life a lot easier for you in the next couple rounds. So you just go for attack. You make sure that everyone's on the same page. Sparkle's actually 1 in 10. I've just now realized that. It's interesting that they're still able to, you know, keep it quite close. Obviously, X7's been having a really good start to the game. 12 and 9. He's going to be topping the scoreboard for Havu. Ima is on 10 kills on the other side for Gamerlegion.
Gamerlegion, they have gone for the full investment in this one. They have to. So it is only a few rifles that we see in the hands of Shui, Kios, and Isaac as well. Though he's going to be trying to push up close, but Kios, he's going to peek out on a nice little timing there towards under. Shui, though, gives away one of the rifles, and Kios goes down now as well. Isaac, though, with a double with the FAMAS, as they will try and crunch on middle with the pistols in the meantime as well. Ooh. Isaac with one more. Ariel is going to fall, and it's down to just Zen on the side of Havu, has the bomb on his back. So he does still have a chance here, but no idea where Isaac has repositioned at all. And well, a nasty surprise once again. Isaac peeks up, he finds that headshot, and another round for Gamerlegion when they have a very, very limited buy. Somehow they make it work.
Yeah, well, that's a massive round from Isaac, you know. After losing his teammate towards the B-bomb side, manages to find the first double with the element of surprise, and you'd see a lot of the players actually going for the peak towards short, and that's the point of them just going down. But Isaac manages to get that third kill that he probably shouldn't, and from that point on, just once again repositioning himself quite well. They would never expect him to go to where he initially picked up the double kill from for the number 4. A pretty important one that, for the first time in a long time, is actually going to put one of those two teams in an eco territory. It's just going to be a bit of a lightly armored deco coming in for the Havu boys. And you know I've been waiting for a long time to say that. There hasn't been a lot of lightly armored decos yet. A lot of close rounds. Even though it's an 8-4, I don't think that tells the full story. It's been a fairly close game.
Very close game, but not a very close round here at all for Gamerlegion, as Chaos farms up the money when, for the longest time really in this first half, the money's been in a strange situation for Gamerlegion. Chaos is just going to boost the bank accounts a little bit there. But you can see the Gamerlegion boys, of course, they're going to be quite happy with the way that they're playing right now. I mean, 9-4, it's a tough scoreline to find yourself looking at if you're on the side of Havu. You need to really hope for these last two. One at least. I think 10-5 is doable. 9-6 is definitely a little bit better. But right now, it has been a very strong showing from the CT side, and it goes from bad to worse for Havu. Wonderful swing there. Kios and Acor, they get aggressive for the first time really towards the ramp as a pair, and it works out wonderfully. They have a 2-man advantage.
Yeah, that's a nice upgrade. Every single time Kills goes solo for those plays and gets a couple kills, and now the bait is great. Zen hears the steps of the player falling back towards ticket, doesn't realize Kills is holding for it. The ramp aggression so far has been working out perfectly for Gamerlegion, and that's going to be another shutdown. They might not even lose a single member in the round. Well, Chaos is finally going to hit the ground, but that's not going to change all that much. Just one round left until the end of the half, and Gamerlegion looking strong here on that CT side. And I love the switch, by the way. It's pretty simple what they're thinking right there. They're like, you know what? Kills has been really successful with those ramp aggressive plays. He's on 14 and 8 right now, you know, top of the server with Acor, who's on 14 and 5. But every single time he's went for that, he's found either 1 or 2 kills, even 3 in some scenarios. But surely they're going to be ready for it now. So we're just going to send the second player with him, just for good measure.
Yeah, usually one can get the job done, but we're just going to send 2 just in case. Just in case.
Yeah.
And
you're like, maybe they're going to be holding for kills, so we at least are going to have the chance of a refrag.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no refrag needed, as it was that quick double. Start things off, Acor. He's going to drop X7. There isn't a lot in this round for Havu to work with at all. They have to hope that the SMGs and the pistols are going to overwhelm and overpower Gamerlegion, but look at Acor. He is not respecting them at all. He's dropped the bomb. He's dropped aerial. And Spargo, he is close by with that deagle. Now, Acor's missed the timing on the cross, but it doesn't matter. He's going to molly it out anyway. Spargo's going to be forced wide. Oh, it's a fight that he wins. Manages to headshot the Opera. Shuey makes sure that he does not get his hands on it, though, to play out the rest of the round.
Well, especially when you're down 11-4, you kind of need it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you need to do. You need to win this pistol when you're 11-4 down. You have to hope that your CT side starts very, very well, or else, you know, this gets completely out of hand and out of the question. Zen is going to try and start proceedings here as Kios tries to make his way out the balcony. Oh, it's very messy. That flash completely blinded him. Luckily, this IGL Shuey is going to help him out by bailing him out of that situation. X7 towards the back of the site is going to be found out. Acor with a quick double with the USP, and this one is looking like it is over already. Acor with a third, as now it is just aerial, 2 pistols. It still will not be enough. He has to find 5 kills, and this is surely just the save for the Sheriff with armor here. 12-4, Gamerlegion find themselves with this massive lead. 4 more rounds to go till they pick up their first victory.
Yeah, we just got an Acor special right there on the pistol. You know, picking up the USP on the back of the kill from Shu and then finding a triple with it. A little bit awkward there for kills on the exit from the B-abs, but it still works out rather. Thanks to Shuey, as you pointed out. That was going to be 12 on the board. And a potential conversion could make things a little bit tougher. Havu, they're even hunting that final player. They don't want to let Aerial save. Look at them. They're just running around. They want blood, but not going to be able to find him in the end. Acor on 19 kills and only 6 deaths. Emma and Kios on 14 apiece. Shuey on 12. Isaac on 9. Even though it feels like we have some, you know, big individual performances from Gamerlegion, it's still quite fairly distributed in terms of the kills, right? I mean, it's still a little bit of a team effort. Feels like everyone's performing on a good level, and they're just going to go for the standard AXE to people swinging from Palace. One of the good anti-ecos out there. Problem is, or at least could be, that they're walking into a bit of a stack. It's still just USPs and a couple pit 50s, though.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of utility as well, so I don't think they're going to leave any stone unturned as they make their way out. Shuey is just going to be sent on the hard entry with that Mach 10, but it is over already. Before I can even get the words out said, everybody on Havu has fallen, and Gamerlegion have themselves a 13-4 lead. Spargo does not have enough money to bring out an AWP, and we mightn't even see him have an op on this CT side, which is a massive problem in itself. 2-16 at the minute, so it has not been the brightest of days so far for the Finnish Opper, but he hasn't really had many opportunities to play himself, as Gamerlegion, they do not want to let up on the tempo at all. They're going to continue to pile on the pressure. They're going to try and pop out towards B here. X7 is going to manage to shut down Isaac, and when you stop the first player, this hold becomes very, very doable indeed. X7 with another, X7 with a third, as now he repositions, looking for the fourth. He's going to find ahead of Shuey, looking for the ace. X7 runs out of bullets, but Acor will just take him down. X7 nearly doing all the work. Ariel had to find that final kill, but a really, really strong B hold from Havu's best player by far.
Oh, thief. An absolute thief. X7, 17 kills under his belt. Obviously, that's not helping out in the grand scheme of things, but thanks to him, they've won the only buy round that actually mattered for them in that second half. This is the round that's going to keep them in the game. A massive 4K. Makes you remember the times of ends for X7. I know that was a long time ago now. 3 years. But he still got it. Speaking of ends, another X-Ends player, Dodo, is going to pick up the pieces in this round. He has the opening kill. Doesn't manage to fall back, though. A refrag is going to be found out by Gamerlegion. As in a 4 versus 4, they approach another round that could break the economy of the CT side and pretty much get them all the way there. Havu, though, they look like they want to still fight for a middle, and it's going to be Zen, I believe. That's when a little bit curious towards Underpass.
Isaac could be in a little bit of trouble here. He needs to be cautious about his flank. He is just holding for an aggressive peek. Now, he's not going to be spotted. And Zen is actually going to walk
they think it's clear
all the way behind him. Acor, he is in a decent position to react to this though, but he moves now, and yeah, he's going to be completely caught unaware by Zen. If he was maybe stationary, it might have been a little bit of a different story. Spargo peeks to find Shuey towards the bottom of Con, and Isaac now creeps his way back, but he's completely alone. Havu shut down this round massively by finding a big gap in the T's hold.
Yeah, Isaac doesn't realize. He doesn't really want to believe that they have no idea that he's towards the B apps, right? They didn't spot him. They left B completely. They just assumed it was clear, but there's no way that Isaac realizes that. And that could have actually worked out perfectly for Acor there, because even though he's holding a different angle, the position is still quite good, and he probably has that kill unless he starts running, which he did, unfortunately for him. That's going to be another round on the board for Havu. Maybe this is the finish comeback in the build-up. It's nice to see them picking up a couple rounds. You spoke about Spargo. He's 3-16 right now, but he's normally a heavily CT-sided oper, right? On T side, he's a lot more focused on, you know, support work and throwing flashes and stuff like that. CT side is when you could actually see him go for some openings, try and move around the map and, you know, have a good time. And we've seen numerous games where he's actually had a tough start and then he's just tried to pick up the slack on the CT side and it's been successful. Speaking of picking up the slack, is going to be Isaac the only one that could do that for Gamerlegion in this round. Hero AK with only pistols.
Seen Zen with a Hero AK in the first half, and well, it didn't really go to plan for the Havu side. We'll see if Gamerlegion can change the dynamic of this one, and well, Zen is going to be able to shut down that hero rifle himself. So looking for a few more players, as it is only Glocks that stand in their way, and the Util doing a lot of it, Aerial finding the last, and it's a 13-7 scoreline now. Havu on their way back, as now the investment comes in from Gamerlegion one more time. But Havu, they're building up a nice bit of bank now, so at least they have that little bit of a safety net. You know, if they do lose a round, they do have the money to fall back on. There was always the danger, you know, of them being really harshly reset and then the game pretty much just being over there and then. But now at least they will have a fighting chance, even if one of these rounds does not go to plan at all for the CP side.
That.
Spargo, even though he's not having the best of games, he's still getting very, very aggressive here.
Yeah, he knows what he has to do on the CT side, right? You got to start feeling a little bit more freed here. Especially when you've had a tough start right now. You just know that your team is not going to be able to manage without you. So it's better to take a chance. Try and go for a play like that. You can cover a lot of ground, and that's exactly what he's done towards Ram. The only problem being Palace right now, but at least for now is going to let Havu focus a little bit more towards middle. And it seems like this is going to be the right idea. Emma still decides to run through that Molotov. HE is going to do a lot of damage, and Aerial's M4 is going to do even more. Isaac going to start moving now, but it's, once again, just a shutdown.
Just a complete shutdown from the CT side. Chewy tries to jump in towards the window, but as he does so, Spargo will find his second kill. Heals the second victim. Chewy can't get much done at all. Dodo puts a stop to him, and it's down to just Acor, who really needs to start taking some of these weapons away, because if he's unable to do that, well, then Havu, they just continue to build up that money, and it's not really going to be an issue then for the rest of the half. Surely Acor needs to get at least one or two. There's the first, but with 15 seconds, that's probably the height of it. That is, and has to be, the save from Acor in here now. Needs to make sure that he isn't going to be found out after time, so he's just going to tuck himself away safely. 13-8 though. Havu now only 5 rounds behind in Gamerlegion. Have another slight eco on their hands.
Yeah, and once again, look at that from Spargo, getting aggressive, picking up the opening kill, and from that point on, they just didn't let them back into the round. That's a little bit tough now for Gamerlegion. Havu looking solid on the defense. Shouldn't be riding them off that early. Another half buy coming in. Ekor, the only one on the rifle, upgraded pistols around him, and that's a lovely opening from Spargo. Feels like they've started to pick up the pieces. Might make a game out of this.
Well, they've definitely started to do so. Spargo, that CT off coming into fruition, just like you said. Finding 2 kills in this round once again. Racking up more and more as the rounds do go on. Now, 3v4 here. Still with a little bit of utility. It's all been used to try and take a little bit of control towards Connector. Ima's going to be spotted out. Eiko with that AK, not expecting the swing from Dodo as he finds that first kill. Keo's trying to do the damage with the Deagle. Oh, and Spargo's in a little bit of trouble. Needs X7 to swing and help him out, and he will do exactly that. Spargo just on 10 HP. If he goes down, then it's just a straight up 1v1. Definitely one that Keo's was still not favoured in, but had a snowball's chance. And well, Havu, at the beginning of this half, they did have a snowball's chance of coming back into this game, but it's more and more doable as the rounds do go on. We've got a 13-9 scoreline. We've got a buyout here from Gamerlegion, but if this one doesn't go to plan at all for the Gamerlegion side, Havu, they've double figures.
Yeah, and Gamerlegion did even win the pistol round as well, right? It felt like it had to be over, and Spargo's picked up another opening. That's 3 rounds in a row in which the AWP of Spargo gets the opening kill. Great stuff, and again, he's towards under. Ekor is going to punish him this time around, maybe getting a little bit ahead of yourself, just jumping around everywhere, and Emma's actually picked up another one in the meantime. So for the first time in a long time, Havu are really going to get tested, and it's all up to X7 again.
Oh, it's a lovely peek onto Isaac, realizing that he could be in that close corner. Finds that headshot, falls away, realizing, you know, okay, I have to get a little bit aggressive to find that kill. Isaac, he might slip the net here. No, Doto puts a stop to it. Make sure that he does not get behind his teammate. And now Akor spotted towards the B apps, but they're going to try and make their way back towards A. Ariel's pushed all the way through. He's dropped the bomb, and now Akor left alone. They know he was towards B. The smoke is going to go down, and Akor is going to try and swing out. Ariel in that position, shuts that one down once again. And these are messy rounds, but Havu will not care as long as they keep going their way.
Yeah, their CT side is really proactive as well, right? I mean, they're constantly pushing, constantly looking for information and for space. It looks like this is the way to go. It is nice to know that you still have X7 towards the B-bomb side if things go right a little bit, right? I mean, he is the guy that you can rely to constantly produce at least 1 or 2 kills in those scenarios. Obviously, he had that massive 4K in the most important round so far, you know, the first buy round of the half that could have completely shut them down. But even here, if he goes down to the first player, this is probably a Gamerlegion round, and just to say for Havu, they were completely isolated from this B-bomb side, but simply because he gets that first kill, deploys the smoke and falls back, he gives them the chance to fight in the round and win it quite convincingly. You know, get aggressive towards A, catch the bomb off guard, get a couple peeks, left, right, and center. And now after the tactical timeout, it's another Gamerlegion round. A bit of a set piece incoming towards A.
Could be a problem for Ariel here. Behind the Molotov, manages to find a double. Looking for a little bit more, drops the smoke. Isaac's going to swing on through with that Tech 9. Needed to find that kill. Doto stuck under back. It's burning a little bit, gets the smoke down, but it's not going to save him. Him with the Deagle will find yet another kill for the Gamerlegion side, and the smokes go down. Havu are locked out of this bomb site for the moment, and they might just have to wait them out. Now, eventually the smokes are going to clear. Isaac, he's going to be dropped. He's the man with the bomb. Spargo with that AWP, able to find yet another, and this overhead angle watches on as Ima is left alone. A 1 versus 3, all 3 players towards Connector and Jungle, and Ima has to hope somebody overextends here, goes for a peek that maybe they shouldn't have, and has no idea that he is still here. Peeks up, now he spots out Zen, does a lot of damage to him, looking for a second player. He is going to find him. No idea where the third is though. He needs to be a little bit careful. Everyone left in the server is low, but it's Zen to take him down as he goes to try and get his hands on the bomb, and Gamerlegion will not get their hands on a 14th round. Not yet anyway.
Yeah, they were all low on HP, so that was quite dangerous, right? I mean, if Zen actually goes down there, it's a 1 versus 1 against the AWP that's low on HP, and Nema actually has a decent shot at the round. Still doesn't really work out. It was a half by in the end of the day for Gamerlegion. Not something to be overly too disappointed about. But it's another buy round. And you got to win this one at this point. I mean, Havu are really close to leveling things up. Picking up the pace, taking a note out of Havu's book on the T side. Shui going to get himself towards chair early on as Havu once again will try and pressure mid-round. A lot of damage done by utility, and their utility usage overall, flashes, nades so far on that CT side has been really good, but still they're going to lose Dodo.
It's going to be traded right back. The nade on top of Shui. It's not HE. Just does enough damage to take Gamerlegion's IGL out of the equation for the moment. 4v4. And the defenses are going to be split here from the Havu side. They are going to give up middle. They are just going to play from the sights and see if they can just kind of batten down the hatches to both of these. Look at this aggression towards Palace coming in here from Aerial. He's pushed all the way through. He's looking for that little bit of information. They haven't seen too much, but might be too little too late as the split is going to come in here. Up short, Kios is going to make his way. Finds the headshot. X7 is now alone. Needs to try and hold strong just by himself, but eventually he is going to get overwhelmed. Spargo rotates in with that AWP. Connects on the first shot, doesn't know what to do now when he spots out that second player making his way over towards benches. Rotation is making his way slowly through the apartments. Nice shot from Spargo, but it's traded back by Ima, and now it is all on Aerial. He was the man that was pushed through A previously, so surely that's being communicated to Isaac. Now it's definitely going to be communicated to Ima with the AWP close by, 29 HP. Aerial surely has the advantage as Ima is just going to try and barrel poke him with this AWP. Aerial, is he going to uncheck him? Swings right on through. Ima needed to be crisp with that shot. Scoped in even from that angle. Manages to take him down. Gamerlegion, they finally get a 14th round. Is it going to be enough though to push them onto a 15th and the victory here?
Oh, the rifle on the quick scope. What a clutch 1v1 from Ima. I mean, that was a round that could have easily went either way, right? Especially with the bomb getting dropped there. Spargo having the cross. He's been really good on the AWP on the CT side. But from a mental point of view, this is a great moment for Gamerlegion to bounce back with a round on their own. And now, go back to the basics. A bit of an AXE. And once again, Havu running a pretty similar setup to the one a couple rounds ago. Spargo with the AWP is going to be able to pick up the first kill, but Aerial now needs to hold on towards ramp. Oh. I think that's a bit of a failed utility.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, that's the CT smoke. It's just not there.
Not there at all, and well, it's just going to be not there at all for the round for Gamerlegion. They're just completely shut down as they make their way out, and the utility not going their way, but they take a massive risk, right? Trying to go through that smoke. They try and go through that round smoke. They try and pop on through. There's a player close by, and he shuts down the first two players. Big risk in a massive round for Gamerlegion. Now their money's completely in the bin here. They do not have a lot. It's going to be a little bit of a half point. And now, Havu are only 2 rounds behind. 1 round behind if they're able to convert this one. Zen getting close by with that M4. Waiting for a flash. His teammate is going to provide it. Looking for the second. He is going to run out of bullets, but enough damage done to Kios as both players retreat. But Kios definitely worse for wear. Aiko with a massive double. He's now out on the site and looking for a little bit more. Bomb's going to be planted. The perfect distraction out towards mid as Gamerlegion get out towards A. And now Havu need to retake this site. Kios is low. Im is the only man with a rifle, but it's still a difficult task.
Yeah, but look at kills. He's on the backstab. Surely he gets at least 1 kill. But now they're going to turn around. They're actually going to clear him out. That's massive from Zen. He knows exactly what's going on. He can just lock him down. He can let his teammates play the 2v1 retake. This is great. Kills. He can't really participate in the round. Zen is just going to hold here. It's just down to Ima.
Oh, and he makes his way out of Palace, and he is just going to be shut down. Spargo with that headshot as now the defuse will come in. It's 13 rounds for Havu, only 1 round behind in Gamerlegion. They do have massive problems on their hands now. This is a game that we were thinking was pretty much over, especially after the first 2 rounds of this second half. Gamerlegion, they won both of them.
That was a 13-4.
Yeah. A 13-4 scoreline. Havu have brought it back. A buy round for Gamerlegion, but they're running out of time and they're running out of opportunities to close it out.
Yeah, that's Finland's power. This is Havu just stepping it up. And imagine what that would mean to them winning a game like that against Gamerlegion, one of the dark horses in the group. one of the even favorites to make it through to the playoffs. That would be a great comeback for the boys, but again, the previous round was just the hero rifle for Acor and a couple pistols. Now is the big boys play. And again, another massive HE. The utility damage from Havu has been absolutely insane. It's been impeccable so far the second half. I want to highlight that. Flashes, support flashes, nade damage, Molotovs, all of it has been just picture perfect.
It's so difficult to make your way into a bomb site, right? Especially when you're, you know, 50 HP, 60 HP. You're just softened up and just massive problems. Well, Isaac makes that one look very, very clean. Quick and easy headshot onto the Opera. And now Aerial tries to retreat back onto the site. Will even find a second. And him pushing through that smoke towards Connector. Keo's a wild swing out. He's going to be able to get the best of him. But in a 2 versus 3 now, Keos is going to be dropped through that site. Molly comes in, Doe is going to be forced wide. Acor's not going to be posted on the angle to take him down, and Acor finds himself in a 1 versus 3. What a massive clutch this would be if the Gamerlegion Opera could pull this one off. But Havu in pole position to tie this game up 14-14, and we might just have it.
Yeah, X7 and Aerial have just shown their word for the Havu lineup, right? X7 with a couple massive kills on the anchor position towards B. Aerial doing the same towards the A-bomb side. Acor spots the first CT, spots the second, manages to kill onto Dodo, and now this is dangerous. Does he have the time? I feel like he does. He's gonna get the bomb plant, and now it's a 1 versus 1. That was supposed to be a 1 round for Havu, and now it's X7 that needs to step it up once again. He's just gonna try and run him down. Acor's heard him, and Acor is gonna get the quick scope. What in God's name was that from Acor?
Oh, Acor. That's a 1v3 that he just had no business winning whatsoever.
Nope, that was the done deal. I was already talking over that round.
He had absolutely no business winning around like that. Not whatsoever.
Oh my god.
Oh man. That's so awkward there. Spots out Zen. He plays the trigger discipline to get into a decent position as well. And an old scope on the last. I would have loved to see the reaction from the Gamerlegion boys as that one happened. But, you know...
he wanted to get closer to short, right? That's why he doesn't get the kill onto the connector player first. He wants to make sure, okay, if I get that kill, I want to be really quick to disappear because there's a good chance that there's going to be another player nearby that could swing and refrag me. So he actually didn't really want to look for a second kill, but that was, you know, things just going perfectly for him. He just gets the first kill, spots the second player jumping down middle, gets him as well, and then lands the no-scope. That was the 30 bomb for him as well. What a love story.
That's the Opera that we kind of have, you know, Acor. It's just about consistency for him. But, you know, when he does have these games, when he's on form, he is an absolute joy to watch. And we're getting a show here right now. Possibly an OT on the cards. Havu have to hope for it. Or else Gamerlegion will finally be able to close out their first victory. That looked like it was on the cards for a very, very long time. But right now, Spargo... he's going to play a little bit more passive than the initial angle that he wanted to take, as 3 players wait on the other side of these B apartments. Acor, he's taking a little bit of damage now as Spargo pushes through, holding for a player that has already crossed towards under.
Does he realize there's a player on his right-hand side? I think now he does. He's going to deploy the one-way, but surely they know that this is a possibility and they're just going to wait it out, right?
They can hear the scope. They can hear the scope anyway. So Spargo... he's trying all the tricks in the book with this, but of course Isaac is going to be hearing all of the steps, all of the noise. Now, Emma burned a little bit in that one, and I don't think Spargo would have
the fakes
heard
worked
that.
out. All of them have rotated towards A. They have no idea what's going on. Spargo's all alone here.
This could be a big problem. Needs to hit the first shot and fails at the first test. Backs away to a little bit of safety, but it's only for a moment. Looking for the players swarming him on the site, but gets overwhelmed and blindsided by Keo's. Acor with another onto Doto. The bomb is going to be planted. The molly will not stop it, and it's down to a 5 versus 2. It's down to Aerial and Zen. They need to combine here, and they have found the first. 4 more needed. Both players coming in. They're retaken. Now from the market, Nate goes in. Im is going to be holding. Zen takes care of that second player, but Isaac close to this smoke could be a problem.
No
Zen
way.
finds yet another. It's a 2 versus 2. Very doable for Havu as they walk into the site. Shui and Kios yet to show their hand. Completely unknown, but Ariel, he gets taken down by Kios. Zen finds the first. Shui surely is the element of surprise, and a nasty surprise for Havu. They close it out finally. Gamerlegion, they're going to be able to take it. They're not going to be overly pleased about it because that one should have been done and dusted a very, very long time ago. But talk